Greg Powers, Dave Kimball's Texas Football, and I'm out here at Lewisville High School, and I'm joined by the man, Michael Odle, here at Lewisville. Coach, it was a huge season for you guys last year, 4 rounds deep in the playoffs. I think right out of the gate, that big win over Allen put everybody on notice that you're coming for the championship. Just kind of recap that 2022 season, how you felt about it, and give us a little bit of a preview going into 2023 here.
Kudos to the 2022 seniors that bought in, that led the way, that had a great summer. Invested in years past, whether they were playing on our freshman team, JV team, varsity backup, varsity starters, you name it. Just the buy-in of our kids and that led to a lot of our success. Dealing with success and how to deal with that with humility and overcoming adversity, which is we did a whole bunch. But I just want to shout out to those guys that showed up, played hard, and we believed we had a chance to win a district title. We did, first time in 21 years. We believed that even though the Allen Eagles are coming to town, that's nothing that you look forward to in the first round, right? But we put our heads down and went to work and played really well in that game. I told our kids, you create your own luck with great energy, with great intensity, with great preparation, and we felt like we put our best foot forward and came out victorious and kept going. Ended up in the 4th round and got beat by a very well-coached and good, very physical, Prosper team, and felt like we matched up well and we had a chance, but we just didn't coach well enough, play well enough to win the game, and took a deep breath, came home, and now we're back to work. This 2023 class is it's a talented group, but talent just gives you a chance. But we've got to come together, and this team has to come together and buy in and play for something bigger than themselves and invest in what we're doing and how we're doing it, and be a little bit better version of ourselves today than we were yesterday. And excited to talk about some of our leaders and guys that have just responsible for building this foundation that we're laying right now as we navigate the waters of January and we get into track season and then wrestling season and all the seasons that are going on, and our kids are competing and working hard and getting ready to start this thing off.
I know that starts under center. You know what I mean? To take those steps to get to AT&T Stadium, to win that game once you get there, and you guys have a pretty good one here.
Yeah, we do. We have Ethan Terrell coming back for his 3rd year. We have Zephan Walker right underneath him as well. That's a very talented player. 2 guys that played a little this year that gives us a chance. Absolutely. It's hard to win big games without that guy. You see that on Fridays and Saturdays and Sundays and whatever football you're watching. So it is nice to have that guy to command, to be able to make plays, get the ball to your playmakers all over the field, and that always gives you a chance.
Ethan seems like he's a guy who's putting in the work. I mean, at least off the field, physically, he's really matured.
Yeah, he's a special talent. He's broad-shouldered and just keeps growing. He has an electric speed, and just his hips, the ball pops out of his hand. Really, the sky's the limit. Very talented kid. So, hard work is what's going to get us there.
How much of a debate do you have to have with your defensive coaches and your offensive coaches about Byron Ellison? I know that he's a guy who's special on the offensive side of the ball, but anytime he comes in on defense at outside linebacker, he seems to be making a big play, although he's doing it kind of sparingly.
There's not much he cannot do. Talking to the recruiters that are coming by, and we're watching special teams video, we're watching defensive video, we're watching offensive video, which is, obviously elite, running ability and vision and a one-cut physicality, and then you see how he plays without the football on offense too, which is very impressive, and then soft hands as well to make plays in the pass game. So really, they created that word athlete for guys like Byron Ellison. So there's a scramble for his services. There's no doubt about it. But, coaches, we make this game hard. The kids want to play, and Byron wants to be on the field, and he wants to play, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to turn him loose and get him coached up at multiple places. And however he can help this team win, he's bought in. He's going to do that.
I love his first step explosion. You know what I mean? He's a guy who sees that hole and his first step explosion, whether it's on offense or defense. That always is something that's like, I guess it leaves you as a fan holding your breath, right? You're like, you see it and you're like, oh, something's going to happen. It's going to be hard to have a better secondary than what you had last year, but both Tony Lewis and Kuba and Jaydan Hardy, they're going to be seniors next year. So you have some building blocks there. I want to start with Tony. He was the next level athlete MVP, but I mean, it seems like he's an MVP everywhere he goes. He was the MVP at the Texas Tech camp, as a matter of fact, as a defensive back last year. He seems like a guy who just gets it.
He does. You talk about a guy that works hard. I love that Tony will put himself out there and be vulnerable. He will toe-to-toe compete with anybody, anywhere, and he's a talented kid. He's 6'2" and can run and has great ball skills, and he's really great at his technique. So obviously he's winning a lot of those battles, but if he doesn't, he's just going to toe back to the line and go at it. He's get better with every rep. He's added a maturity to his game. He's added the competitiveness has always been there, but he's adding strength. He's committed to the weight room, committed to the track. He's really just turned into an unbelievable player, and that's the reason why these offers are coming in for him. It's because of the things he's done and given himself a chance to do. And I can't say enough about him. I mean, he's winning in the classroom. He's on our leadership council. I've got teachers and principals calling me about the things he's doing. Can't say enough about the person, and I bragged on him yesterday. Just the humility that he's showing. He's the MVP of a camp. The University comes in here and offers him a scholarship, but he's going to go to class and make an impact, positive impact in his class and with his teachers, and serve our community, our school. And I can't say enough about him, but he's a lockdown physical corner that he's going to play this game for a long time.
Jaden Hardy's a guy who has, I mean, everybody that comes through here probably offers him, and everybody wants to try to see if they can get him. You've coached guys like that before. How's he dealing with the process, and why do all these guys want him?
Well, they want him because there's not much he can't do. His IQ's through the roof. He understands the game offensively, defensively. He can play special teams for us in multiple ways. He quarterbacks the defense. He diagnoses things before they happen. Student of the game. He's electric. His awareness is off the charts. And then again, he's an elite receiver, and obviously he's an unbelievable defensive back as well. So just an amazing young man. But Jay this is his family up here. He loves this place. He loves his teammates. He loves his school. Has good relationships with his teachers and his principals. And he's just a vulnerable kid that will show up, with humility and just try to find a way to get better. But he doesn't really wear the stress of all that. Right. I think he just wants to go to work. He wants to convince with his presence. He wants to outwork the next guy. He wants to show up and get after it. And when he falls short of his standard, he gets back on the horse and goes again. And he's just a joy to be around. You saw that infectious smile and bebopping around, and he'll be here until who knows what time today, just putting in work and encouraging others. He's just what an amazing young man, and a bright future for him.
You're losing some guys up front on the offensive line for sure. Scotty Parker, who was he's one of my favorite under the radar guys, center, very athletic. You got Devin Love. He obviously passes the eyeball test, but I have to specifically ask you about a guy in the class of 2025, Michael Fasusi, who picked up an offer from Texas A&M this week. He's going to be going down there to take a look. I think he's like the next maybe it guy in this program. What type of work is he putting in, and why are all these colleges really starting to put him on that radar?
Well, the why is pretty simple. I mean, he's 6'5.5" and 300 pounds and runs a 5 flat 40 really out there. But as the numbers talk about how amazing, talented kid he is, he's a better person. He's an unbelievable kid to be around. Just a joy, complete joy. Takes his academics very seriously, takes relationships in the community and in our school and with our coaches and with our players very seriously. And he's a very gifted young man, very coachable, very high IQ, has learned this game so fast, and there's really nothing he can't do. He's just a very special talent, and it's easy to see when these guys come in. And he's surrounded by some really good folks, like you mentioned, Scotty Parker, senior, that was able to take him under his wing and help him along. Devin Love is outstanding. He's going to play this game for a while too. 6'4", 320-pounder, and nothing he can't do either. Can play inside, can play outside. Great leader for our program, and I can't say enough about him either. And then there's another 25 as well, Sean Hutton. Amazing, talented kid. Not quite the size of them, but as far as technique-wise and ability-wise, and a really good football player. Was an all-district guard for us as well. So love having those guys. They're obviously really good up front, but they're outstanding kids that get it, that are doing this the right way. We're using this game to become a better version of ourselves, go getting that education, and just joy to be here.
A little NIL money now too, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that right there makes my hair fall out, as you can see.
Coach Odle, one of the best in the game to do it. Obviously, your coaching staff here is doing a tremendous job, Coach, and that shows through not only on the field, but when I interviewed all your prospects, it showed through with how they dealt with me and how they deal with the media when they're out in public, and credit to you guys here at the Lou. I appreciate your time, and, of course, we'll be rooting for you and wish you luck on the upcoming 2023 season as you hunt that state championship ring. Yeah,
I appreciate it. A little luck goes a long way, so we appreciate it, and thanks for spotlighting our kids and our community and our program. We do appreciate you.
Thanks, Coach.